With this weekend's dramatic developments, Dadis Camara, former president, and three other alleged perpetrators of the 2009 Stadium Massacre trial left detention facilities. It remains unclear what exactly happened that led to that departure. But fortunately, we did ultimately see them brought back into custody. The military prosecutor, we understand, or perhaps the domestic prosecutor, has opened an investigation into these events to figure out what exactly has transpired.
Elise, we know Camara and his co-accused were found guilty in the 2009 stadium massacre where more than 150 people were killed, women were raped. But does this jail time count as justice or enough punishment?
The 2009 Stadium Massacre in Guinea is one of the most brutal incidents in that country's history, with the rapes, extensive rapes and murders that happened in the stadium on peaceful protesters. The trial is actually still ongoing. The suspects have been in detention because they are on trial, and this trial has progressed substantially, but not to the point of verdict. It's essential that all suspects, including Claude PV, who remains outside the detention facility, is brought back safely. And crucially important that all of these alleged perpetrators, the four who left the prison facility, along with the other seven who are on trial, are able to be part of the trial going forward and are in custody to do so.
Elise, I remember you covering this story from the source, from the courthouse there, talking to families of the victims who were killed. Do you think the current government is doing what it should do in terms of offering sufficient security for victims of the families that were murdered?
This trial has been a history-making event in Guinea, where impunity for abuses has been the norm in the past. This is a breakthrough in advancing justice. Victims campaigned for this trial for more than a decade, and it's been really incredible to see over the past year, all 11 accused, including former President Dadis Camara, ministers before the judges, victims taking the stand to share crucial evidence, getting ready now for witnesses to come forward. This is such an important justice effort for the victims, and it's essential that it not be thwarted. So in terms of achieving that, adequate security, clearly we've seen that that is a major challenge and needs to be addressed in the coming period, along with protection for victims. We heard victims were quite concerned over the weekend with the suspects out of custody and PV still out of custody. It's essential they have protection and that there's security and resources to do so that justice can be delivered at last.